which you bought from whoever supplied you with, and then you use this particular product to their patient, give it to their patients. So you want to show whether you had this particular product or not, or whether you're using stolen products.
Yes.
Maybe you're buying stolen medicine,
Yeah.
or you are writing those medications, but you don't have them. You're claiming for them where you do not have. So that's what they are looking for. So by just saying you are auditing people
Yes.
and looking for that, what they do, they use a computer model which will generate, let's say in this area, let's say I'm seeing 25 patients. Somebody's seeing, or maybe as a group, we're seeing 20 to 30 patients. But somebody is seeing 40, 50 patients. Then this computer will figure that practice. And then they might start thinking that maybe this doctor is using stolen medicines. That's why he's claiming too much, he's busy, or he doesn't have this medication. But that's rubbish.
Yes.
Because they must have what they call a smoking gun. That doctor, they must, maybe, even one case is enough to say, look, our patient just came in here, you have claimed 20 tablets of Coke, but you gave our patient Fanta, that type of thing.
Yes.
Then at least there they've got really, one case is enough
Yes.
to go and take this doctor up.
Yes.
You see? But by going to doctors because they are busy, they are prescribing very good medications and or expensive medication, then you say, no, this person, I think something is wrong because the computer has flicked them as an outlier among the group. So they are excluding certain parameters.
Yes.
What about if the doctor is popular?
Yes.
What about doctors got skills? The doctors has got equipment, which he can use more than other doctors. Secondly, they will tell you that, no, we need these invoices for the last 3 years.
Yes.
That's a lot of money and work for you to do. You need to buy paper to make them copies, cartridges,
Yes. And accessing them might also be.
And also sifting through. They might not say they need all the medication. They give you, now you need to sift through, for example, 10,000 invoices for the past 3 years to get each and every make copies. Then when you say, let's say you cooperate, and then you say, I'll give you the invoices. They want the invoices for free.
Which
is rubbish. I mean, the act itself, there's a section there which say, anybody who needs something in writing from a doctor, like lawyers when they need something from a doctor, insurances, they pay for that. But these people, because they are used to this vigilantism and kangaroo courts and lawlessness, they're almost like the tax industry, these medical aids administrators. Because South Africa, you can do anything you want. You can be the law unto yourself. You can be a gangster,
Can be the judge, jury, and execution.
Yeah, the drug lords in the townships, wherever, like Westbury, and then you can do whatever you want there. So they are used to this lawlessness. So that's why they are abusing this Section 59. So what will happen is that you say, look, I've gone through this job. I'm a doctor. I wasted time doing this thing. You need to pay for me. Then they say they're not going to pay you for that. They want them for free. Then they will say, well, we're not going to pay you directly. You see? Patients must either pay cash and claim, but most of the black patients don't have cash and hand. They're not like white patients. So that might affect you as a doctor because patients might stop coming to you because they cannot pay cash and claim. Because we had this good system where the medical aid was paying you directly. The patient was away from the troubles. So most of the practice can end up going down, especially if that particular medical aid or administrators who doesn't pay you is a larger percentage of your practice.
Yes.
So, as practitioners, what we are saying, anybody who's defrauding medical aids abuse, they must be dealt with properly. They must be arrested.
Yes.
But you can't go on a Saturday afternoon
Yes.
fishing spree,
Yes.
you know, because your computer has flickered somebody and looking for problems. If you want to go on a fishing spree, there is the Val River.
Yes. And they
You
can
can buy
fish.
your fishing equipment and go there in the afternoon. Not to do that, you know, on doctors.
Yes.
And now you are not being paid because you are refusing to give them these invoices. But most of the people end up capitulate
Yes.
because they are struggling.
Yes.
Then they check this and they say they do an audit which is secret, don't tell how they did it. If you say you want to do your own audit to compare with theirs, they say it's unacceptable. Eventually they give you a thumbs up figure that you're owing us 1 million.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
But then they say no, it's negotiable. I mean that daylight robbery and criminality.
Yes.
If it's 1 million, it's 1 million, that's it.
You can't
You
negotiate.
can't play with members' money by going and negotiate with criminals that, you know, let's settle for 500,000. So probably the 1 million is a thumbs up figure. They will stop at where exactly the situation is. Sometimes they will tell you, no, look, actually you are owing us, if we go further, you'll owe us 2 million. We just went there, we don't want to go through everything just to feel for you.
Yes.
That's incorrect. There's no time to feel for criminals
Yes.
or
You have to
people who are
be-
defrauding. You must be hard.
Yes.
They must pay, even if it was possible, even the interest of that money they've been getting. So now, this section 59, there is an inquiry where people are, you know, submitting, you know, their inputs
Yes.
in order to change it. The Council for Medical Aid Schemes is supposed to regulate this medical scheme, but they are not doing that. I mean, they are, you know, representatives there met with the Minister of Health and some doctors where he said the act cannot help him, doesn't empower him to control medical aid.
Yes.
I mean, the minister told him, you know, you're talking rubbish.
Yeah.
You mean we've wasted time writing this act?
Yes.
I don't know how that representative interpreted the act. I mean, really, it was an embarrassment,
Yes.
you know. And all these inquiries and this investigation, they are unnecessary.
Yes.
He must just act.
Yes.
So now people have got a perception that no, that Council for Medical Scheme has been captured by medical aids.
Yes.
You know, there's no proof, but people eventually, with you know, with your deeds,
Yes.
there will be certain ideas which will be formulated against you.
Yes.
So, from our legal, you know, opinion which you got, this matters should have been sorted out by the council.
Yes.
You didn't need an inquiry or doctors going to march at Discovery Health, you know,
Yes.
having this insulting plaque
Yes.
with a pic
Yes.
of Mr. I think is the Chief Executive Officer,
Yes.
who is a Jew. I mean, you know, being necklaced
Yes.
while you are a pig. I mean, this is an insult to, I think, this culture. And I think it's just what people were very angry, but it's just an unfortunate thing. But what we are saying is that let the, what you call, this section 59 be dealt with and be changed so that medical aids can use it, you know, properly, and then we'll support them. Even our members will cancel them, and now and then road shows to tell them what is abuse, what is waste, what is fraud,
Yes.
so that they must get out of that thing. Because, you know, if you are doing all these things, members end up paying more premiums,
Yes.
and medical aid
Gets more.
is not affordable. As you remember, there are only, according to stats, South Africa,
Yes.
9.9% of blacks
Yes.
are on medical aid,
Which is
while whites are 71.2. I mean, this is absolutely nonsense. So I think this call for national health insurance.
Yes.
So we'll never catch up with the whites.
Yes.
I mean, 71.7, we're still at 9.9,
Yes.
and we're the majority. So it's
Yeah.
25 years, we're using the public sector. They say the public sector is it's about to collapse and all these things. It's saving you. Only your 9.9% of people are enjoying the benefits of private health.
Yes.
So let's push for national health insurance.
Yes.
That money which the medical aids are collecting, I think is 160 billion.
Yes.
Let it come to the pot.
To contribute.
Yes, let's use it for everybody. And then let the money which government is paying for their member. Government is paying private medical aid, like
Yes.
GEMS,
Yes.
Bonitas, what have you.
Yes.
I think that money, they say, is about 40 billion.
40 billion.
Let's take it also there and bring it together. Get a very representative, committee
Yes.
with experts, not government only, all over, will run this funding model and make sure that nobody is going to rob the system or commit fraud. Then we'll give our people affordable,
Health.
quality healthcare,
Yes.
regardless of your socio-economic position or whether you stay in you're a man who stay in the streets.
Yes.
You can go to a private hospital when you're sick next to you, if it warrants it, and get help.
Yes.
You don't have to say, I don't have money, then I must go to government hospital, I must die. So in South Africa, if you've got money, your death can be prolonged.
Yes.
If you don't have, it can be immediate, because the public sector is overstretched, But people will tell, no, this national health insurance will not work. Where is government going to get the money? But if they give me that national health insurance, I'll show them how to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They can go and get their accountants, actuaries with big figures and graphs.
Yes.
I don't need those things.
You need practical.
I've been there in health.
Yes.
I can let them give it to me. I'll show them.
So we as students have generally a problem that, let's say I'm good academically and then I have a problem practically with some forms of health. What other modern tools as an upcoming doctor can a person use to balance practicality and the theory part of medicine?
Yeah. First of all, when you are still at the university, don't, when there are clinicals and so on, you must make sure you are there.
Yes.
Don't bunk classes and clinicals. And number two, on your own,
Yes.
go to the hospital, go learn, you'll get doctors working overtime in the evening, look at cases, empower yourself while you're still there.
Yes.
And then when you come out, also, you need to join journal clubs,
Yes.
you need to join societies,
Yes.
pediatric, ophthalmology, surgery, there are many societies.
Yes.
Join those, subscribe to them, attend meetings, learn new things, you see.
Yes.
Because what you have learned 10 years ago might not apply now.
Yes. And it's changing.
It's changing, you need to keep
Yes.
up. So the other thing is to, learning a thing in a classroom, like a seminar or anything. Of course, it's effective, but most of the things you'll forget them after a week or so.
Yes.
But if you are learning daily, we've got a WhatsApp group called, Solves Blue Monday Corner and so on, where every day we've got different cases. We can have a pediatric on Monday, Tuesday is internal medicine,
Yes.
Wednesday is gynecology,
Yes.
and then Thursday is dermatology and so on. Friday is psychiatry,
Yes.
So we get practical, cases
Yes.
where we put them on the WhatsApp group for doctors
Yes.
to try these cases and so on.
Yes. So how does one access this special group of yours?
You need to be a qualified doctor there,
Yes.
and then if you are interested, we take your cell phone number, we put
Yes.
you on the WhatsApp group. Then you'll get all the cases.
Oh.
So the cases are put, in them before 12 o'clock.
Yes.
People work on them, and later on, the person who has posted the question,
Yes.
and then we'll give them the answers and so on. So they've learned. So that's daily learning, and which is practical, is interactive and interesting. Because most of the WhatsApp groups are there for videos and
Yes.
tabloid information and so on. But at least if you are having those intertwined with learning, you know, the whole WhatsApp platform of your group become very, very interesting.
Yes.
And then things which you are taking for granted that you know, you find that when they ask them, you realize that
You don't
you
really
know very little about that, and that helps us a lot. So I'm one of the teachers the WhatsApp group. I'm the one who prepare the questions. It's a lot of time. You need 2 hours the previous night to prepare a case for the doctors.
Yes.
And we've got people like Dr. Zazim Kize.
Yes.
He's a dermatologist on other groups. You know, he posts a lot, although people think dermatologist is very difficult. Give us very hard cases. And you get psychiatrists like Dr. Jan Chawalala. Sometimes
Yes.
they do, give us what you call questions about psychiatry, because psychiatry has been ignored by family doctors.
Yes.
And psychiatry is very important. There are many psychiatric issues, so we need to be up to
Speed with them.
speed with that and know what is happening. You know, suicides in the medical industries have been, in our profession have been there, and then we need to be more proactive. And then you get doctors on the WhatsApp groups
Yes.
who participate a lot. I've been Dr. Peter, Dr. Sello, you know,
Yes.
or Dr. Martha and Musheledi,
Yes.
and many others, you know, do participate on those WhatsApp groups and
Yes.
answer questions, especially Dr. Peter.
Yes.
He's, you know, he's a very hardworking man, and he seems to, you know, work out these answers and
Yes.
get the correct answers. The other person is Dr. Mkiza, the dermatologist.
Yes.
He answers, you know, other like urology, psychiatry,
Yes.
and he gets these things, you know,
So
correct.
it broadens
So
your
you get
scope.
surprised of how can a specialist
Mm.
in dermatology know other things? We expected him to only limit it to. So it's very, very interesting.
Yes.
And then all the new doctors which we get, we'll be trying to, you know, recruit them into these WhatsApp groups
Yes.
so that they can be part of it and start very early to know that knowledge is never congenital,
Yes.
but it's acquired.
Yes, sir. So I was asked a random question by someone. They asked, how do doctors help with acquiring the road accident fund claims?
Okay. Road accident fund claim in South Africa is paid by the petrol levy. If you get knocked by a car or get injured inside the car or whatever, depending on the types of injuries, if you've got minor injuries, they can be, the doctors will check you. Of course, you might claim for your own, you know, rights, but sometimes minor injuries, they won't pay for that. But major injuries, the doctor will fill in a certain form where they write in details what has happened, and then to confirm actually you've been injured in an accident through a case number and so on, so that they mustn't fill forms for wrong people and then later being accused of fraud, you know. And then you can submit those forms to the Road Accident Fund offices, where they will further assist you, you know, with other, you know, administrative work, and then send your claim. I'm sure they've got their own doctors, assessors, will look at the injuries and use their own knowledge or tables of, say, if you are cut,
Yes.
your hand is cut, you know, you can be paid so much. So as doctors, yes, we'll help the people. They come to us with the necessary information. We fill in the form, they go there, and then they might claim directly through the accident fund, or they can get an attorney who will assist them, you know, in making a claim. Of course, the attorney will have to take, you know, their fees and so on.
Yeah.
But sometimes maybe, you know, if you get professional advice like attorney, your case of claiming might be more better than on your own. Although, I mean, the Road Accident Fund lawyers and doctors are good also in giving people the right information who are claiming directly. Yes.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Dr. Soli, for the very informative and highly detailed answers of the very extensive questions we asked. We hope to have you soon once I'm back in the country again. And thank you for all your knowledge.
Thank you very much, Bongani, Matsepo, and Maheta for assisting you during this interview. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you.